20 plants that challenge the supremacy of meat. We've been conditioned to believe that our strength depends on an industrial supply chain, that muscle and vitality can only be extracted from animal protein. But in nature there is a hidden code, a legion of organisms capable of synthesizing amino acids with an efficiency that exposes modern livestock farming. What you're about to discover is not a list of side dishes. They are 20 biological powerhouses, 20 architects of tissue that store in their cells more protein density than a beefsteak, but without the cost of systemic inflammation. We're talking about plants that sustained empires, that shield the immune system, and that allow human beings to reach their maximum physical potential from the earth. Get ready, because we're going to tear down the myth of protein scarcity. Welcome to the true evolution of your strength. 20. Pumpkin seeds, the concentrate of power. Often dismissed as a simple kitchen leftover, pumpkin seeds are actually mines of biological density, reaching up to 30% pure protein. But their true strategic value for male health and high-level physical performance lies in their mineral density. They are one of the richest natural sources of zinc and magnesium, critical elements for natural testosterone synthesis and neuromuscular function. Compared to animal protein, pumpkin seeds offer a muscle-building pathway free of purine toxins and acidic residues. Their amino acid profile is exceptionally rich in tryptophan and glutamate, which means they not only nourish your muscle fibers but also stabilize your nervous system and optimize the quality of your regenerative rest. It's the protein that makes you smarter and stronger at the same time. Integrating them into your diet is to stop relying on synthetic supplements and trust the engineering of the earth to keep your bone and muscle structure at levels of competitive excellence. 19. Moringa, Moringa oleifera, the tree of life. Moringa is a botanical anomaly that defies the traditional laws of nutrition. Its dried leaves contain approximately 27% protein, but with an advantage that places it above most vegetables. It is one of the very few plants that delivers all 9 essential amino acids naturally, completely, and in balance. While meat often comes accompanied by saturated fats and the animal's own stress hormones, moringa delivers its protein load alongside massive doses of vitamin A, potassium, and bioavailable calcium. What makes it a millionaire in terms of health is its capacity for deep cellular regeneration. Moringa doesn't just build muscle tissue. It fights cellular oxidation and reduces systemic inflammation thanks to its arsenal of antioxidants. For those seeking true physical autonomy, having a moringa tree is possessing an inexhaustible source of fast-growing plant meat. It is the nutritional pillar for those who understand that real strength does not simply come from what you eat, but from the purity of what your body is capable of transforming into life and endurance. 18. Hemp seeds, hemp hearts, the protein of freedom. If hemp is the fiber that builds sovereign shelters, its seeds are the foundation of physical sovereignty. With a protein content around 33%, hemp seeds surpass almost any animal source in biological quality for a critical structural reason. They contain idestin and albumin, 2 globular proteins almost identical to those found in human blood plasma. This guarantees that your body recognizes this food as its own, allowing 100% assimilation without the digestive wear and tear of red meat. Unlike animal protein, which can acidify your blood's pH, hemp provides a perfect balance of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which act by reducing inflammation in your arteries while your muscles rebuild after effort. It is the ideal fuel for those who seek functional strength, not just aesthetic volume. Consuming hemp seeds is ensuring that your biological structure remains elastic and powerful in the long term, providing the bricks necessary for your immune and muscular systems to operate like a Swiss precision machine. It is the ultimate superfood for taking command of your own energy again. 17. Pine pollen, nature's androgen. If we're looking for a source that not only provides amino acids but also acts as a catalyst for strength, pine pollen is the answer. With a protein concentration around 30%, this golden powder is unique in the plant kingdom for containing phytoandrogens, compounds that naturally mimic the structure of human testosterone. Unlike meat, which can be contaminated with synthetic growth hormones, pine pollen offers a pure endocrine support that favors protein synthesis and tissue repair at a higher metabolic speed. Its value for health is a matter of chemical efficiency. It contains more than 20 amino acids, including the 8 essential ones, but its true power lies in its ability to balance the estrogen-testosterone ratio in the body. Being a powder of microscopic particles, its absorption begins in the membranes of the mouth, entering the bloodstream without going through the degradative process of gastric digestion. It is the ideal fuel for those who seek dense musculature, accelerated bone recovery, and a vitality you can feel in daily energy levels. Pine pollen is not just food, it is a biological signal that orders your body to remain in a state of construction and permanent vigor. 16. Amaranth, Amaranthus, the grain of warriors. Amaranth is much more than a pseudo-cereal. It is a legacy of resilience that ancient civilizations protected as their greatest treasure. With a protein content ranging between 16% and 19%, it far surpasses modern grains like wheat or corn, but its true superiority lies in its massive presence of leucine. This essential amino acid is the missing link in most plant-based diets and is directly responsible for calcium absorption and collagen formation. Without an adequate dose of leucine, your tendons become fragile and your muscle recovery stalls, no matter how much animal protein you consume. For the man who seeks an unbreakable physical structure, amaranth offers a complete protein that is processed in an alkaline way, avoiding uric acid residues and joint inflammation that often accompany excessive meat consumption. Its digestibility is 90%, which makes it a highly available fuel that does not create heaviness, keeping oxygen flow to the muscles during days of extreme effort. It was the plant that sustained the Aztec armies, allowing them to march and fight with a vigor that astonished the conquistadors. Integrating amaranth into your diet is betting on a biological architecture that defies the wear of time, building bones like steel and muscle fibers capable of withstanding any challenge. 15. Quinoa, the complete amino acid code. Quinoa is not simply a grain, it is the queen of nutritional sovereignty and a marvel of evolutionary engineering, recognized by space agencies as the perfect food to sustain human life in missions of extreme isolation. Although its raw protein content is around 15%, what elevates it to this strategic level is not the quantity, but its molecular perfection. It is one of the very few organisms in the plant kingdom that possesses a complete amino acid profile, delivering the 8 essential amino acids in the exact proportions the human body requires for new tissue synthesis. It is, in the most literal sense, high-purity meat that grows on an ear of grain. Unlike industrial animal protein, which often acts like a Trojan horse loaded with antibiotics, stress hormones, and trans fats, quinoa delivers its power together with a network of high-quality fiber and a massive dose of magnesium. This mineral is responsible for relaxing blood vessels and preventing arrhythmias under stress, ensuring that your cardiovascular system does not suffer while your musculature strengthens. By consuming quinoa, you are not only ingesting bricks for your muscles, you are introducing nutritional software that teaches your metabolism to operate with superior thermal efficiency. This translates into a direct transformation of every gram of food into usable strength, metabolic endurance, and a mental clarity that the heaviness of red meat often clouds. 14. Chlorella, the mitochondrial regenerator. This unicellular freshwater algae is a plant of biological energy that contains an astonishing 50% complete protein, but its true secret weapon, what makes it unreachable for any meat product, is the chlorella growth factor, CGF. This unique compound is a concentrate of nucleic acids, DNA and RNA, that acts as a catalyst for cellular repair. CGF instructs your cells to regenerate at an accelerated speed, allowing your muscle fibers to recover from intense training or exhausting physical work in half the time a conventional diet would require. In terms of sovereign health, chlorella is the most powerful heavy metal detoxifier discovered by man. While its high-density protein builds the structure of your muscles, its immense load of chlorophyll acts like a magnetic magnet, cleansing your blood of lead, mercury, arsenic, and accumulated pesticides. It is the protein of the future, a source of pure nitrogen that not only increases your volume and your real strength, but purifies your body at a cellular level that meat, with its acidic digestion residues, could never reach. It is the definitive ally for the modern world inhabitant who needs constant biological protection and deep mitochondrial regeneration without sacrificing physical power. 13. Lupin, lupinus, the giant of legumes. Lupin is the Mediterranean's definitive answer to the search for global protein supremacy. With an astonishing 40% protein content when dry, this seed not only competes but surpasses most cuts of red meat and soy in terms of nitrogen density. However, its true strategic advantage lies in its nutritional design. It is one of the few legumes that is naturally extremely low in carbohydrates and has an almost zero glycemic index. This makes it the ideal precision tool for those who seek to build dense, functional musculature without adding a single drop of excess fat to the body. What elevates lupin to the level of biological technology is its extraordinary concentration of arginine. This amino acid acts as the main precursor of nitric oxide in the human body, which translates into superior vasodilation. By consuming lupins, you are actively improving the transport infrastructure of your blood, allowing a massive flow of oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscle fibers exactly when they need it most. It is literally a natural pre-workout encapsulated in a seed. For the man who demands elite physical performance, lupin provides absolute satiety and the nitrogen bricks necessary to sustain an accelerated metabolism, ensuring that the body remains in a state of constant construction and immediate recovery. 12. Chia seeds, Salvia hispanica, the resistance reservoir. Chia is not simply a supplement to add to a smoothie. It is an accumulator of energy and biological structure that served as the secret fuel of warriors and long-distance runners in Mesoamerican civilizations. Although its 20% complete protein is already impressive, its true genius lies in its amazing hydrophilic capacity. Each seed can absorb up to 12 times its weight in water, creating a mucilaginous gel of high biological value. When ingested, this gel forms a physical barrier in the stomach that slows the conversion of carbohydrates into sugar, providing a stable and prolonged flow of energy that protects your muscle mass from degradation, catabolism, during periods of extreme effort. From a nutritional engineering perspective, chia is the perfect ally for absolute muscular definition. Its unique balance between high-quality protein and soluble fiber guarantees not only satiety that eliminates anxiety about eating, but an impeccable intestinal health, the true engine of immunity. Unlike animal protein, which often slows digestive transit and generates intestinal putrefaction, chia acts like a biological broom that accelerates toxin elimination. All of this comes along with a massive dose of omega-3 fatty acids, responsible for lubricating your joints and deactivating systemic post-training inflammation. It is the fuel of pure endurance, designed so that the body can return to the charge with the same power day after day without the burden of saturated fats. 11. Tempeh, fermented soy, the pre-digested protein. Tempeh is the intelligent evolution of soy, and the definitive answer to those who criticize legumes for their anti-nutrients. As a product fermented by the fungus Rhizopus oligosporus, the protein content, around 20% in fresh weight, becomes exceptionally bioavailable. The fermentation process breaks down phytates and lectins, pre-digesting amino acids so that your digestive system can absorb them with minimal effort. It is, in essence, a biological technology applied to nutrition. For your health, tempeh is a treasure of probiotics that strengthen your microbiota, the true command center of your immune system. Unlike industrial meat, which often damages intestinal flora, tempeh cultivates it. In addition, it is rich in isoflavones and minerals like manganese and copper, essential for the synthesis of enzymes that protect your cells from oxidative damage. It is the ideal food to gain clean strength, a solid protein with texture and flavor that builds dense muscle without providing the growth hormones and cholesterol that often accompany animal products. 10. Wheat germ, the heart of power. Wheat germ is the most vital part of the grain, the embryo that contains all the genetic information to create a new plant, and its nutritional profile reflects that with 23% to 25% protein. However, its value for physical performance goes far beyond nitrogen. It is the most concentrated natural source of vitamin E, a lipophilic antioxidant that protects the membranes of your muscle cells from damage caused by intense exercise and day-to-day oxidative stress. Its impact on vitality is immediate thanks to the presence of octocosanol, a substance that improves oxygen utilization during exercise and increases reaction time. While meat protein can leave you feeling heavy, wheat germ acts as a metabolic activator. It is the ultimate real food supplement for the man who seeks to maintain an ideal weight with an agile metabolism. Adding wheat germ to your diet is like giving your body the software it needs to optimize fat burning and the construction of high-quality muscle tissue. 9. Lentils, lens culinaris, plant steel. Lentils are the foundation of strength in the longest-living cultures in the world, and for good reason. Their protein content reaches 26% when dry. But what makes them truly valuable is their combination of proteins with a massive load of iron and folic acid. Iron is the oxygen transporter in your blood. Without it, your muscles cannot burn fuel efficiently. Lentils provide this iron without the saturated fats of red meat, allowing superior muscle oxygenation without compromising cardiovascular health. From a physical engineering standpoint, lentils are rich in slow-digesting starches and fiber, which ensures that amino acids are released into your bloodstream gradually. This prevents insulin spikes and keeps your body in an anabolic, building state for hours after eating. They are the steel of your diet, cheap, resilient, and capable of building a solid, defined physical base. For the homesteader seeking autonomy, lentils are the security crop, a protein source that can be stored for years without losing its properties, and that guarantees the building blocks for your strength will never be missing. 8. Dry peas, Pisum sativum, the builder of lean tissue. Dry peas are often the forgotten hero of sports nutrition, reaching 25% protein in their natural state. But their true strategic advantage lies in their extraordinary content of branched-chain amino acids, BCAA, leucine, isoleucine, and valine. These are the chemical triggers of muscle protein synthesis. While other plant sources can be slow to activate growth, the pea profile is so similar to animal whey protein that your body uses it to repair muscle microtears almost in real time. For those seeking absolute definition, peas are the perfect ally due to their very low glycemic index and their ability to induce the release of cholecystokinin, the hormone that sends satiety signals to the brain. Unlike meat, which requires acidic and prolonged digestion, dry peas are processed efficiently, leaving your metabolism clean and ready for action. It is the clean protein par excellence, capable of sustaining dense, functional musculature without adding unnecessary volume in the form of fat or inflammation from fluid retention. 7. Nutritional yeast, the B-complex code. Nutritional yeast is not a common fungus. It is an inactive protein powerhouse that reaches an astonishing 50% protein content. But what places it at this level of the pyramid is not only nitrogen, but its role as the definitive source of B-group vitamins, including B12 in fortified versions. These vitamins are the spark plugs of the metabolic engine. Without them, your body cannot transform fats and carbohydrates into ATP energy, leaving you tired despite eating well. From a physical sovereignty perspective, nutritional yeast is complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids. Its high zinc content strengthens the immune system and skin health, something vital when we subject the body to constant training to maintain muscular definition. It is essentially a real food supplement that acts as a catalyst, ensuring that every gram of protein you ingest is truly utilized by your cells. It is the final touch of efficiency for any athlete on Earth. 6. Seitan, wheat protein, the plant gladiator. Seitan is the pure concentrate of wheat protein, and its reputation is no accident. In the world of high performance, it is known as wheat meat, due to its dense texture and its impressive 75 protein content in its dry form. It is, without a doubt, the food with the greatest nitrogen density available in this nutritional block. For those who seek to achieve a marked musculature and extreme functional strength, seitan offers the strategic possibility of ingesting massive quantities of amino acids with a practically null contribution of fats or carbohydrates, allowing total control over body composition. However, its value transcends simple protein volume. Seitan is exceptionally rich in critical minerals such as selenium, a powerful antioxidant that acts by shielding the heart and lungs during prolonged aerobic effort. Although it is a protein derived from gluten, for organisms that do not show sensitivity, it represents an unprecedented tool for building massive strength. Being a structurally dense and chewable protein, it generates a satiety signal identical to that of a beef steak, but with a key metabolic advantage. Its nitrogen byproducts are processed by the kidneys with significantly greater ease than proteins of animal origin. This prevents long-term renal fatigue and systemic acidosis, allowing your body to remain in a state of constant regeneration, clean of the toxins of the industrial meat chain. 5. Soy, glycine max, the plant gold standard. We arrive at soy, the plant that has sustained the growth of entire populations and that presents 36% protein in the dry bean. Its strategic importance lies in the fact that it is one of the few plant sources that has a PDCS, protein digestibility corrected amino acid score, of 1.0, the maximum score possible, matching egg white and milk. This means that soy provides all amino acids in the exact proportions for human growth. Beyond muscle, soy is rich in lecithin, which helps metabolize fats and keep arteries clean, a key factor for maintaining muscular definition and vascular health. Despite modern myths, soy consumed in its natural form, edamame, or minimally processed, is a positive hormonal modulator that protects bone density. It is the original meat of the earth, a seed that contains in its small size the capacity to build a strong, resilient, and perfectly sculpted body without the toxins of the industrial meat chain. 4. Brown rice protein concentrate, maximum clean performance. Rice is often underestimated as a simple carbohydrate, but when it undergoes an enzymatic fermentation process to isolate its protein, a giant emerges with a concentration that reaches up to 80% pure protein. What places this concentrate in the elite league is its amino acid profile, which is astonishingly similar to human breast milk. This makes it the protein of gentle power. It is hypoallergenic, extremely easy to digest, and has a bioavailability that allows amino acids to reach muscle tissue without the inflammatory toll of dairy or meat. Its strategic value lies in its high content of cysteine and methionine, essential for liver health and for the synthesis of glutathione, the body's master antioxidant. By choosing this concentrate, you're opting for a lean and functional muscular architecture. It is the high-octane fuel for those who demand maximum performance from their body without compromising mental clarity or digestive health. It is, in essence, the purity of the grain transformed into the strength of muscle. 3. Sesame seeds, ajonjoli, the structural architect. Sesame is much more than a simple topping. It is one of the oldest and densest protein sources that exist, reaching 20% complete high-quality protein. However, what places sesame on the podium of this manifesto is not only its nitrogen, but its extraordinary ability to build the infrastructure that supports muscle, bones, and tendons. Sesame is the absolute king of bioavailable calcium, surpassing cow's milk by nearly 10 times in concentration. For an athlete of the earth, muscle is useless if the bone structure cannot bear the load, and sesame guarantees that architectural solidity. From a performance perspective, sesame is rich in sesamin and sesamelin, two unique lignans that act as natural fat burners by increasing the oxidation of fatty acids in the liver. This allows the body to maintain sharp muscular definition while using its energy reserves efficiently. Unlike meat, which can generate stiffness due to its acid load, sesame provides a massive dose of magnesium and unsaturated fats that keep joints flexible and the nervous system calm. Integrating sesame, especially in the form of tahini or crushed seed, is ensuring that your body is not just a mass of muscle, but an armored, elastic structure capable of exerting real strength from an unbreakable bony core. 2. Soy, edamame and derivatives, the biological gold standard. We arrive at the sovereign of legumes, a plant that has sustained the growth of entire empires thanks to its 36% complete protein. Soy is the only plant source that possesses a perfect amino acid score, matching the quality of egg white. This means it provides all the essential bricks the human body needs to build and repair tissue in exact proportions. But its true competitive advantage over meat is its richness in lecithin and isoflavones, compounds that cleanse arteries and regulate fat metabolism. While animal protein can saturate your system with cholesterol, soy works in reverse, protecting your vascular health while boosting your physical structure. It is the meat of the earth, a seed that holds the perfect code for dense musculature, a strong heart, and a longevity the meat industry simply cannot promise. 1. Spirulina, Arthrospira platensis, the absolute queen of protein. At the top of the biological world, with no rival even close, stands spirulina. With an abyssal concentration of between 65% and 70% pure protein, it triples the density of a beefsteak. This cyanobacteria is not just food, it is an ancestral survival technology. Lacking cellulose walls, its amino acids are absorbed by your cells almost instantly, eliminating the heavy digestion process that drains your energy after eating meat. Its crown is phycocyanin, a unique pigment that not only gives it its color, but stimulates the production of stem cells in the bone marrow. Consuming spirulina is injecting a flow of nitrogen and oxygen directly into your mitochondria. It is the densest, cleanest, and most efficient protein source on planet Earth. It represents absolute nutritional sovereignty, the ability to obtain maximum strength with the minimum trace of toxicity. Spirulina doesn't just have more protein than meat, it has the key to a higher physical evolution. This journey through the 20 pillars of protein abundance is not a simple list of foods, it is a map to rebuild your own structure from the foundations. True strength is not something extracted by force from other beings. It is something cultivated with respect, technique, and a deep understanding of how the earth synthesizes life. Being sovereign of your own body means possessing the knowledge to transform a seed into muscle, an algae into endurance, and a root into unbreakable health. Nature has given you the building blocks. Now you have the biological technology to sculpt a physical architecture that reflects a clear mind and a free spirit. The protein treasure is beneath your feet, waiting for you to dare to claim your place at the top of the conscious food chain. Which of these paths toward absolute power are you going to start planting today at your table? If this journey inspired you to regain your nutritional autonomy and elevate your performance, subscribe and share this vision. Strength is not inherited, it is planted.